Let me ask you, should this be the beginning of budget with accountability? Because the other problem in India is, India doesn't lack in many cases the money. It's the way the money is spent. It's where the money goes. It's how the money is spent, where the money is siphoned off, where the money is wasted. Should this be in some senses the beginning of budget with accountability?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things
Give us the paisa hisab, essentially.
One of the things that the UK budgetary process has done very successfully in the last few years is the National Audit Office.
That's right.
Now, I know there's a
Comptroller,
but nobody listens to CAG at all. I mean, he writes reports. I think one needs to have, again, an independent body standing apart from the government, maybe appointed by the president or whatever it is, who will audit again and again the big programs, and at the end of each budget pronounce clearly that of the spending committed by the government, X% has not been properly spent, it has not met the purposes for which it was sought. And I think even in proposing spending programs, there need to be much greater precision in precisely what it is going to achieve, how it is going to achieve it, what is the time frame, and basically how soon will we get a transparent audit so that we know early on if a scheme is failing, it will be stopped. Now, far too many things are still in existence which have been shown to be inefficient, but they go on. The Food Corporation of India is one of my pet concerns, pet peeve. And I think it is just no longer credible to pretend that wasting money in this form is inclusive.
Right. At the end of this interview, I have last two questions in your other avatar. This was all your avatar as an economist. Your avatar as a writer. I wanted to ask you, technology, Kindle, a new era of publishing. In your mind as a writer, how will the world of publishing change in the next decade?
Well, you know, at least in the next decade, India will emerge as an immensely big market. India is already quite seriously a market where best-selling Western authors are coming to look at one of the fastest growing market, you know, Jeffrey Archer and people like that. India also has immense amount of money going into publishing when publishing elsewhere is facing problems.
Sort of fading,
And I think you know, Kindle, I don't think Kindle is going to affect things very much at this time.
You don't think the book as we know it will, the dimensions, all of that will change?
But you see, one of the quite a lot of people are getting into e-publishing. And you know, publishers like Bloomsbury in UK very much want to develop a program whereby all their books are e-published, e-accessible. And so those kind of things will happen. I think what it may become sort of a reason for is that these technological developments will make access to books easier. You know, and I still think there's going to be a large market for the physical book as it is produced.
So even as the drums have begun to beat outside where we are standing, you're essentially saying a more joyous decade for writing and publishing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't believe any of the doomsayers.
And we're going to wait for you to write about love in the 21st century. Dr. Desai, thanks very much indeed for being on Talk Back again. Thank you.
Thank you.